What's up, homies? My name is Daniel. Today I'm joined by a bartender here. Still in the North Park area and fucking crushing it. The bar that we're at today is a fairly new bar, but is doing crazy reputation out the bat already. Tyler, if you want to introduce yourself, tell people what you do here.
My name is Tyler Smith. I'm the general manager here at Gilly'S House of Cocktails. In the recent, as of recently, I also became a part owner. It's a pretty big accomplishment that I'm very proud of. Thank you very much.
Step.
Yeah. We are going to start transitioning some of our staff as well to be part owners as well. So it will be a employee-owned establishment. So
that's really fucking cool.
It's a very exciting thing.
Got some skin in the game now, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I just got hella nervous. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So
yeah.
With this new transition into being a part owner, does it kind of change your mentality on how you kind of approach working as a bartender? It's no longer just punching in, right? Every dollar matters now.
Exactly. So if you start thinking about it in a way where everything does matter, every dollar counts, and also you have skin in the game, kind of like you said, where everything is that much more important, and grinding even harder, having longer days, longer hours, it doesn't bother you. You know that you put your heart into this work, you put your heart into this space, and the payoff is going to be great. Seeing people smile every day and come in and talk about our space, and that's what we're doing it for, and we just want to create a really good spot in the neighborhood that people fucking and just want to hang out and feel comfortable. So yes, it feels great, to be honest.
Have you found it kind of changing how you go through your day? Do you feel like you do things differently?
I would say I do things a little bit different. I think mostly in the detail-oriented realm, doing walkthroughs of the space and a little bit more meticulous, where things are positioned, if things are out of place, the music, the volume, the lighting. I think a little bit more detail-oriented in that way is definitely something I've honed into quite a bit more lately. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's only natural, a natural progression.
Yeah.
Talking about progress, being a GM now, how did you get started from?
It's a great question. Yeah, it's a great question. So prior to here, I was at Raised by Wolves for about 2.5 years, roughly. I was there for quite some time, 2.5 years. Lead bartender, all that jazz. Consortium's a great company to work for and really grow to become a proficient bartender, and I felt that's what I did. And I ended up meeting Eric, and we have a great rapport. And there was a position that opened up here, and it just kind of worked very seamlessly. That I could come in here, and then initially I wasn't going to do full-time management. It was going to be a partial manage, potential bar, ordering and things, but things change, people grow, and this is an opportunity that just kind of seamlessly kind of transitioned, and
cool.
That's kind of the best way to explain it. It was just very seamless, and there was an opportunity, and
Did you get started in the hospitality industry at Raised by Wolves, or how did this whole story kind of start?
So before that, I was living in the Bay Area, so North Bay Area, Petaluma. It's a home of Lagunitas beer for those of you who like Lagunitas.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Lagunitas. I was living there. That's where I grew up. I was in the military for a little while, and then on my transition out, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I met some people who worked in bars and restaurants. They were kind of telling me about how cool it can be and how it's fun and it's hard work, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm sure it's not that hard to make a Jack and Coke, and and then I got schooled pretty freaking quickly, and it. And then after that, being a bar back for a long time and getting my first bartending job and learning about what it is to be craft and what it is to be hospitable, and that's to me the most important thing is the hospitality element, just taking care of people, like you were talking, how's your day? Just checking in, saying what's up. That's a lot of what this shit is checking on people, talking shop, being a good fucking person. And then I, visited San Diego quite a few times, fell in love with it down here, and it's really, really hard not to.
Yeah, for real.
You know, especially if you like golf. It's a great place to golf too. So moved down here, and again with the seamless transition, I was talking to some of the crew, Bailey, who was managing Raised by Wolves at the time, and putting in my 2 weeks in the Bay Area, and then transitioning down here, getting a spot with one of my friends who already live down here, and then starting at Raised by Wolves all kind of just happened in one really smooth process. But like, yeah, that's a lot going on in one quick go. But it was very, very seamless, and Bailey was able to help me with the job side. My friend, my roommate Reed that I live with, he was able to help me with that, and you know, my other job, it was great too, and you know, it was very easy to make that huge move. Yeah. You know, because like so 500 miles away.
It seems like you're pretty comfortable with, you know, transitioning like that, like blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself kind of doing that in the future? Are you planning on taking on the world at some point?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question. I'm not sure.
Because I feel like, you know, sometimes you maybe hit that top of the mountain type feel, you know, like you look down and you're like, all right, I accomplished a lot. Personally also, like, I have found myself going, okay, what else can we do to keep going? Is that like an aspiration of yours to hit New York or London?
Absolutely.
Or?
I don't know if I'll ever want to move there per se. I've only been one time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I would say at the moment I love San Diego, and I think it's the place for me to be at this part of my life, and I have no intentions of moving. If another opportunity, something changes, life always changes, but at this current moment, like this is kind of what's calling for me, and this is where I want to be, and I'm with the people I want to surround myself with. But at some point, I think there will be another challenge that I want to pursue, but this is pretty challenging at the moment, and I enjoy the challenge. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not sure what that is quite yet, but eventually.
Yeah. Cool. You know, going into kind of a lighter topic, you made a couple cocktails for us.
Yeah, man.
This one in particular, the Kentucky Bug, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, man. That's a pretty well-known cocktail from Polite and Ray's, making a lot of them through Eric. It's strawberry, Angostura bitters, buffalo, and a little bit of lemon juice. Shake it real hard, add a little soda water, nice and refreshing, you know? I know you love them.
I do.
Yeah.
I do love them.
Yeah.
It's like someone told you.
Yeah, someone told me. And then we got a nice cocktail here. I don't know if any of you have heard of this, but it's called a Negroni. I highly recommend this for anybody that wants something sweet but not too sweet. No, definitely don't do that.
We haven't had one on in a while.
Yeah.
It was making its comeback.
Good. Yeah, it's a nice, easy go-to, you know. Something I like to order when, like, you know, like the bar swamp, but like your homies back there, like bartending. I'm like, oh, like I'll just do a Negroni. Yep. Simple, easy, good. Easy, it kind of hits. Yeah.
You know, it takes no effort.
Yeah.
Even if you fuck it up, it's still pretty fucking good.
Yeah. It's like, so pride. Yeah, man.
So you know, you went from total opposite ends of the spectrum, going from military to bartender. You know, like
very different.
You know, what kind of advice would you give people who go from something so structured to something that can be the most unstructured thing in the world?
I would say self-discipline. It's like if there isn't necessarily a structure, make one. You know, get a calendar, put things on your calendar, make a schedule, stay locked in, and like stay as organized as you really can, as chaotic as this industry can be. Try to stay as organized and disciplined as you can, because structure does create success, you know. So if you can keep yourself structured, not necessarily like hardcore military style, but like something as a calendar or like planning things out, but also take the edge off and don't be so hard on yourself either.
You know, self-love, baby.
Self-love, have fun, keep it light.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Could you give any advice to someone kind of like breaking into this industry on like how to do it? Like what worked for you going from, you know, in the military to working out in Petaluma? Yeah,
I would say attitude. Attitude is everything.
Like you were just sitting at the bar and then one day you're like,
not exactly.
I'll work here.
Yeah. Y'all hiring? Y'all hiring? No. Yeah, I had some friends, and they were talking to me about the bar industry specifically, and how it's kind of a fun business to work in, especially like when you're in your early 20s, but then you can grow into it. Obviously, I found that out much later. But what I recommend to somebody who's trying to get into the industry is be social, be kind, be nice, put your name out there, look somebody in the eye, shake their hand, ask people how they're doing, go to events, apply, just be yourself, be your genuine self, and treat people right, and and I believe the world will come around to do that to you as well. Yeah.
So we also have a little segment here. It's called Quick Fire with the Homies.
Okay. Quick fire.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
It's a crazy concept. I'm just gonna give you 2 cocktails.
Okay.
Choose your favorite.
Ooh.
If you can't choose a favorite, well, we'll do what we do best.
No, we gotta pick one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do it.
All right. The first one, I would say Negroni or Boulevardier.
Negroni.
Oh my God, you didn't even fucking breathe. I guess.
Done.
Yep. Paloma or Margarita?
I'm gonna go shit. Let's go Paloma. I fuck with the grapefruit. Let's go.
Do you go to TJ often?
I don't, man. I actually have. I've actually never been.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The best
I know.
part of San Diego.
Yeah, I need to go.
The food out there is insane.
Yeah.
And the Palomas. All right. Let's go with Martini or Vesper.
I'll go Vesper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the Lillet?
Like the Lillet or Cokie, lemon twist in there. Yeah. Keep.
You're on the drier side of life.
Palate-wise, maybe, but
Okay.
personality-wise, not so much. I think I'm pretty adventurous. Thank you.
No, only on the palate.
Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah. Dry, bitter palate. Yeah.
Are you a fan of mezcal or tequila?
Ooh. Lately, I've been transitioning back to tequila. To be honest, I like both. I'm not gonna say I don't like one. Well, I have to pick one. Is that what you're saying? Same thing?
You have to pick one.
Okay, shit.
You're already erring on
fuck.
the side of drinking, my man.
I'm going tequila then right now. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Why?
I think right now, because I'm drinking a lot of aged tequila, and there's not that much aged mezcal. So like getting a little oak while drinking agave is something that I've really been diving into lately. And there's only a couple brands that are doing aged mezcals as it is, and they're usually reposados. So it's like, I think that's kind of why, is that I'm drinking a lot of aged tequila at the moment.
Yeah. Aged tequila is delicious.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
like I was sipping on, like the other night I was drinking some Tapatio Extra Añejo.
Ooh.
I'm like, dude, that shit just reminds me of like toasted marshmallows. Like it's delicious.
Yeah, nice after dinner drink. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
absolutely.
Let's go with, would you do bourbon or would you do rye? Do you like a little spice?
I think I would go with the bourbon, man. I think I would go with the bourbon. Yeah. I like.
Is that what you're throwing
again?
in,
I like
your
both.
old fashions?
I would generally go for a bourbon old fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah, Manhattan. I go with the rye, but
Sure.
I find myself drinking bourbon more than I drink rye, so I think I would have to go with the bourbon.
Oh yeah. Well, see, it was painless.
Yeah.
Painless.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Is there anything else you kind of want to touch on?
Yeah. I think also too, something that I was thinking about earlier today was, what are we going to talk about, industry stuff going on and all of that stuff. But I was kind of like in my car, I was driving, and I was like, dude, what do you do? Like that's kind of what I was thinking about. Where like, what do you do? I'm like, well, that's a great question. Like, having hobbies, playing golf, and like doing all this stuff. We're like talking about tequilas and mezcals and spirits and cocktails and all this jazz is phenomenal. But also like make sure that you're still keeping like true to yourself and having other interests, because this is a great industry and there's so much like love out there and everything. But also like have some depth to you as well. Like did you all watch some baseball last night? You like sports. Like it makes you a really rounded person. I feel like as like the more things that you're doing. So that's something that like I guess I would challenge everybody to do is like don't forget about what you used to love and knowing every mash bill of every whiskey or whatever is really cool, but like, you know, how about them Giants, you know, like, you know,
yeah, man.
Stuff like that.
Enjoy life.
Yeah, enjoy life, you know, keep it lighthearted, have fun, you know, have a smile, you know, just,
you know,
life is good.
In this essence of self-love, what do you do personally to kind of like take the edge off or kind of get away from this like constant business, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
It honestly could not stop.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to, you could have vendors, ambassadors, liquor
Events,
brands,
never end.
everyone calling you at
sure.
every hour of the day. How
Yeah.
do you kind of like
put a stop to it?
Yeah,
and
where's your
get a-
line? What do you do?
Dude, in the morning, I like to hit golf balls, like whether it's at the range or playing around, and it's something that is a lot of fun. I don't really drink when I play. Like there is a certain connotation where like golfers like to, you know, they definitely do. There's quite a handful of them that just like to frickin' send it and get loaded on the course. Where like I find it as like a challenge, like getting that ball into that hole is really freaking difficult and infuriating, but it takes so much mental fortitude and energy and focus that it can also be relaxing, because that's all that I'm focusing on at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not focused on vendors. I'm not focused on what's going on everywhere else. I'm just trying to hit that ball. That's it.
I've talked,
you know,
my fair amount of shit about golfing, and someone put it to me really interestingly, and they're like, golfing's the only sport, if not one of the only sports, you have to learn to do. You know, some people, hey man, they're good at running. They're good at kicking a ball, just naturally. They're just naturally good at this motion. But golfing is like one of the few ones that you have to fucking learn how to do it.
Absolutely.
And he's true. He was right. He was like, wow, this is kind of fucking annoyingly hard.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's like, but then once you strike the ball and you hit it pure one time.
Yeah, that's it.
You're hooked. You know, it's like, oh man, that's everything was worth it. You know, all those bad shots that just happened, it's so worth it.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I like to do, man. Like I like golf. You know, other people have other hobbies, like, you know, whether it's like disc golf or, you know, going on walks, whatever. It's like, dude, like find something that like you really enjoy, like, you know, and like it's a coping mechanism, it's therapeutic, all that jazz, and like.
Golf is a commitment too.
What's that?
Like, golf is a commitment.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
up early. You're talking about Browns being anywhere close.
Yeah, that's why.
That's
that's why you got to play early. So
Jesus.
if you start at like 6:30, like get one of the first tee times, then you're done in like 3.5 hours. If you just cruise through the course.
Yeah.
If you tee off around the afternoon time, especially on a Saturday or Sunday, it's when the course is peak. It'd be pretty rare if you know, didn't go. Like, if it went less than 5 hours, it'd be pretty rare. Which, like, that's a long time.
That's a long time to be.
You know, it's a long freaking time.
Up and about.
Yeah. So that alone, it's like, you know, between 3 and 5 hours just the round itself for 18 holes. You could just play 9 though too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of courses that just got 9 holes, and then hitting balls on a regular basis to keep up with it. You know, and like that's something I like to do where it's like, you know, half hour here, an hour here, whatever. But it is a huge commitment to like get mediocre at golf, I would say.
I believe it. It. You know, I do my fair share of the driving range and you know, just get a little drunk, go hit the ball, but hitting the ball with purpose and trying to get it, like you said, in that hole, it's fucking, it's hard.
Infuriating.
Yeah, dude.
Infuriating.
It's pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least you find a way to kind of disconnect. You find a way to get away and focus on something you love. And
absolutely.
You gotta have it. You gotta have that self-love. It's hard to do this and get lost in, you know, what a lot of people consider to be something poisonous, like alcohol. But, you know, I feel like there's a duality in everything, you know? Like, yes, alcohol is a very negative side and connotation, but it also was the thing I remember people, you know, gathering around and talking and creating these really cool memories in my childhood, you know? It was a really cool experience to finally come around to it.
Yeah. Breaking bread with people, you know. Yeah. Sipping on whatever, whether you like warm gin or you want to sip on like some mezcal, like, dude, you're welcome to come here and hang out. We'll take you as you are. Yeah. And that's all this shit is like, you know, invite people with open arms, have fun, make memories. Like dude, like that's what this shit is. Like make memories, have fun, make people smile. Like you could change somebody's entire day just by like, what's up, man? How are you? You know, like, it's like It's not like, that's not
will tell you that. It's
yeah,
wild.
totally. And
They'll
it's
be like, I was having the worst day.
Yeah, and that's the crazy shit, because it's like it's not always the intent. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go out there and be a hero today. I'm gonna change everyone's opinions and make everybody happy. It's like, no, dude, just be your genuine self, and that all kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's like that's all. It's a lot simpler than it seems. You know, just be fucking nice. You know, like just be nice.
It's cool. I enjoy this industry, especially with, I'm not gonna lie, older cats who kind of like remind you how this is all history. Food is history.
Yeah.
So they take you back and they try to talk to you about back then and how it was and where we've come and where we're hopefully going to a better industry, because it's talking to people and hearing their stories. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
What some people had to go through in the beginning, and I love that we're at least bringing attention and awareness to it and hopefully changing it.
Yeah, and I think that society as a whole, like the whole making sure like everyone's mentally good, mentally locked in. Mental health is huge in every industry really, and it's like it's cool to see like millennial generation like making that a very big topic of what we're moving towards in every industry, and it's like man, in this industry alone itself, I think we've all heard horror stories of how people have been brought up, how things have been, and that like that's not the way things are anymore. And like you have a lot of different outlets out there for support and a lot of different communities. Eric interrupting us, per usual.
But the R&D is necessary.
Just a lot of different outlets for mental health and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's cool. Like
it's okay to not be okay.
100%. 100%.
And I think that's a really cool kind of thing we're pushing, because this industry in particular gets a lot of the people that didn't have a very simple and cold cut life, and went to college, got the 9-to-5, doing well in a corporate world. Like we get a lot of the outcasts, and like this industry is kind of pieced together from everyone of every background and stuff.
It's beautiful, dude.
It's sick. I love it.
It's awesome.
I think it's awesome, and I really love the fact that again, you bring this up a lot in this conversation, and it's true. It's a true testament to how we are around here, and it's really like, are you good? Like, how is your life? How have you been? I definitely do it with the bars that I go by, and I genuinely care about the people.
100%.
They're my friends.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it's a beautiful industry, and I think San Diego industry in general is like a really good group of people. It's very genuine. There's a lot of events. People are supporting each other, and there's a lot of picking people up, and I love that.
Yeah. I mean, like I haven't seen you since we did that chartreuse event.
Oh shoot, yeah, it's been a while. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I love that you're on the block now. You're in the neighborhood. I'm right down the street on 30th.
And I think that's a little bit of it too. Is like, dude, I've been, like I think everyone says this, but I've been fucking busy. Like. Yeah, dude. I came here and hit the ground running, right? And I'm very, very proud of what we're doing and everything. And now I'm able to relax a little bit more, get out with friends and do a little bit more than I have been the last few months. And I'm very thankful that, everything's going really well here.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't seen you for so long, brother.
It's okay. It's okay. Obviously you haven't been busy at all. You've been on the couch, just
eating Cheetos.
This friendship, but whatever. Dude.
Yeah. No, man.
No, bro, I'm super glad, and I'm really happy that you're fucking crushing it out here.
Yeah.
You're taking it to the next level, and I really can't wait to see what you do next, man. I'm excited for what you guys are accomplishing here.
Yeah.
I think you're putting out a really good name for this city in terms of the bar and what you guys what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Appreciate it, bro.
This is Cocktails with the Homies. Cheers, man. Appreciate you for doing this,
dude. Anytime.
Taking some time out.
Yeah. I was a little nervous when we first started. I was like, sounds, distractions. I was like, fuck, bro. But then I got
Nah, I just have a couple
Yeah.
sips. You know, it's really just talking about what we fucking do and
Yeah.
like, anyways.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I just mellow it out and stuff. But also too, man, like we're doing more and more here at Gilly'S and whatnot. Like the patio, we just got that whole situation like mostly renovated. We got the patio bar back there. We're gonna be running pop-ups, you know, both away and hosting. You know, people in New York, people Chicago, X, Y, and Z, like two from Texas. We just want to have fun and you know, you host us, we'll host you. Like let's make this whole thing ride. And
I mean,
you know,
we're still rolling. Touch on that real quick. Like,
okay, yeah, sure.
I think you guys do a really good job of like bringing in other cities to this. You know, and that's kind of seems like the new thing to be happening in San Diego. You know, with fucking Pete doing a great job. And,
I love Swan.
yeah, Swan
he's
is
killing
fucking killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, Gilly'S is killing it. Talk about how that kind of comes about.
I mean, a lot of people do initially hit up Eric for some things, and I'll coordinate events, get brands involved, get people, you know, him and Taylor just went to DC for a takeover there, sponsored by Jay Rieger. So, you know, whatever brands that we're going to be able to work with to, like, you know, work with other bars at their home and then also host them here. It's like that's what we want to do. Like, we just want to do that. Like, how it all happens is like, it's kind of dependent. Like, I've been hit up in the DMs a few times by other people at other bars, or like emails, or like the .info email that we have. So like, just kind of randomly happens, people hitting us up, or like if I want to go somewhere, same kind of thing. I just hit them up, and
that's such a unique fucking thing.
You know,
like,
yeah.
Like, it's seriously like, let me put my business aside in a sense, right? Like,
right.
You're like, let's share this spotlight and let's do this together.
Yeah.
It's super inclusive.
Yeah, and what's great about it here too is because like we have Gilly'S right here with the pool tables and everything. Then we completed a bar in the back that we're opening on. We do it on Fridays and Saturdays. I'd love to do it more and more, but right now it just won't make sense to occupy it every day. But with that, it's like if we do a takeover or pop up on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, like that's an entire another bar. Like, and there's 2 wells. It's a little bit tighter than a standard bar would be, but it's like, dude, like you can have everything you need right there to do your pop-up, and it's like your own space. It's called Joni's Patio Paradise.
That revenue.
And it's like that too, where it's like also like it's a tribute to the neighborhood. This place used to be Joni's way back in the day. The mirror that's still there was the original mirror. So it's like a testament to the bar, the neighborhood, the space, and also like bringing people in, just sharing the history, right, of the space, the neighborhood, the cocktails, and also like whatever the fuck, you know, people are coming here and they want to showcase about them. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And you can have this entire space to like run your show. You know, it's kind of cool to do it that way, where, you know, you can have the pop up in your own designated bar, like good to go, and then like let this bar still do this bar. It's kind of fun, you know. Like, the lighting's great out there. Got string lights. Everyone loves string lights. It's always warm in San Diego, so being in a patio, it's a fucking vibe, dude.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a fucking vibe.
Absolutely.
You know?
You know, talking about this place, can you tell the people when you're open, your hours of operation?
Absolutely.
When they can find you here, you know?
Almost every day.
Tyler's.
Yeah. You can find me here almost any day. Yeah. You can find me here Sunday through Saturday.
This man.
Yeah. No, I'm usually here Tuesday through Saturday, sometimes a few hours Mondays and Sundays, kind of depending on what I have to do.
Sunday, Mondays off? Got that shit.
Kind of, you know, like, right? But depending, if I have a few other things and responsibilities I need to do that land on a Sunday or Monday, then I just handle what I need to handle. But generally, it's a Tuesday through Saturday situation. I'm here in the evenings till 10, 11. If I'm needed later, then I'll stay later. Again, like if I'm needed, I'll be there. I'll make sure I'm supporting my team. Our hours of operation at Gilly'S at the moment, we open at 2 p.m. on Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're opening an hour earlier, so open at 1.
Oh, cool.
We have been opening for football starting at 10 on Sundays. So we want to keep doing that. So the more people we can let know about, like, you want to come hang out, grab a slice from Gnarly Girl, watch some pizza here. We got Sunday ticket. We'll play all the games. So like, come hang out, have a few beers, watch some football.
A little shout out to that pizza shop next door. What's it called?
Gnarly Girl.
Gnarly Girl.
It's so good.
Oh my fucking god. Dude.
Yeah.
I went in there just so unassumingly like, let me get a slice. I'm fucking starving.
Yeah.
We just finished filming at Lulu's and Oh my god, it was so good.
Dude, it's amazing. Yeah.
It was like 4 slices deep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's easy to crush a lot of pizza from that because
Yeah.
it's just so freaking good.
Easy.
But yeah, that's kind of the wrap of Gilly'S, dude. Like patio situation, the takeovers, the hours, playing pool. We're, you know.
Yeah. We already did our outro.
We already did the outro. You know,
So
like
we're good.
You can consider us a dive bar if you want. You can consider us an elevated dive bar. I think one of our newer bartenders, Asa, he likes to call us a 5-star dive bar. So that's kind of what I like to say too. You know, we're a 5-star dive bar. Yeah, I love it.
Ace is here now too.
Asa is here now too.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you guys got everyone over here.
Hey, I know.
Delete some jobs for all of
Yeah, man. Fucking thank you
Dude.
again for being here, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like.